Good evening, everyone. This is the National Weather Service in Springfield, Missouri, with an update on the flooding and severe potential through tomorrow evening. Right now, there is some ongoing rain continuing through portions of the area, with other locations getting a break from the rainfall. However, as the evening and overnight continue, we're expecting that severe chance to begin ramping up later this evening and overnight, primarily in areas southeast of the I-44 corridor, where the storm prediction has this slight risk or level 2 out of 5. So, as these thunderstorms push more into the area, they would be more elevated in nature. So, the primary hazards we're expecting are going to be hail up to quarter size, damaging winds up to 60, possibly a little higher than 60 miles per hour, and then heavy rainfall as well. Now, the higher risk for severe weather is going to be tomorrow afternoon and evening, as the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted a large portion of the Missouri Ozarks in an enhanced risk or a level 3 out of 5, where you see this orange area, and then a slight risk along and west of I 49. Now, there does remain some uncertainty with how much instability we're going to be able to reach, which would largely affect the severe potential and the specific hazards that we would see. Right now, there is a potential for supercells to develop out ahead of a cold front and push into our area before developing more into a squall line. Now, if we can get enough instability and those supercells can develop, then all hazards would be possible. So we're talking hail up to golf ball size, damaging winds up to 60 to 70 miles per hour, and then tornadoes as well. Here's a look at the severe hazard probabilities for tomorrow from the Storm Prediction Center. So this far left image here shows a 15% risk of severe hail, with this middle image showing a 30% risk of damaging winds, where you see this red color here. And then this far right image shows the tornado outlook, which highlights a 10% probability of a tornado for areas within this yellow color. Now, again, these risks would be conditional on how unstable the atmosphere can get. But right now, it does look like these are possible for tomorrow. Make sure as we head into tonight and especially tomorrow that you have multiple ways to receive warnings. Don't just rely on those outdoor warning sirens to alert you. So you can use things such as NOAA weather radio, weather apps, and wireless emergency alerts on your cell phones, local TV and radio, and pretty much anything else that can alert you of a warning. But having multiple ways is the best way to make sure that you're notified if a severe thunderstorm is headed your way. And then, with the potential for tornadoes tomorrow, now is the time to think about where you would shelter if you're under a tornado warning. The safest place to shelter is going to be the lowest level of a sturdy building. So, if you have a basement or even if you have a designated tornado shelter, that's going to be the safest place to go if you're under a tornado warning. However, if you don't have a basement or a shelter, going into the lowest level of a sturdy building in an interior room with no windows. That's going to be the next best place to take shelter. Moving on to the heavy rainfall and flooding risk, we still have a flood watch in effect for the entire area until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So far, portions of the Missouri Ozarks and far southeast Kansas have received between 2 to 4 inches of rain, with another 1 to 3 inches of rainfall expected through tomorrow evening and night. And then wherever those severe thunderstorms do develop and move into will lead to heavier rain in those specific locations. So, with the heavy rainfall that's already occurred and then more on the way, make sure you're also remaining aware of any flooded roads, which can be impossible to see at night. So, if you come across a flooded road or you're not sure if it's flooded, make sure to turn around and don't drown. Find an alternate route and avoid those flooded areas until the water recedes. So that's all we have. Thanks so much for watching this weather briefing, and make sure to stay weather aware as we continue through the remainder of this weekend.